Ni hao, and welcome back to Jade Empire. When we last left off, well, we entered the garden. See, that'd take us directly down. Your guard, who's probably just gonna tell me where to find stuff. Physical universe, final word. Worlds we live in is not as simplistic as philosopher Zhang would suggest as treatises on the physical universe. Despite hypotheses regarding divine regulation of weather and seasons, though interesting, it's nothing more than children's tales made overly complicated. Recent research, led by scholar Dongo, has proved that our seasons and weather are much more than the careless whims of distant celestial beings. Our universe is made up of very real, very tangible components that can be carefully quantified and qualified. Or quantified and qualified. Long drought. Long drought stands as one of the worst periods of the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the prestigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. Sages predicted at least 3 more devastatingly dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched as the death toll mounted in the hundreds of thousands. Then Emperor Sun Hai declared the drought was over, and somehow it was. Though the Emperor's divine, or through the Emperor's divine will, green returned to our parched land, and stability was restored. That chuckling sounds familiar. Scholar Kongu. Tongwei. Wonder how many of these people I should talk to. Scroll stand. Physical universe, philosopher's viewpoint. Through Scholar Xiao Sheng has raised several interesting points in his rebuttal to my treatises on the physical world. His lack of respect for the divine is of great concern than his lack of understanding of the physical world around him. I agree that there are many aspects to our world that cannot be explained by divine influence alone. We learn and continue to thrive at the mercy of the celestial beings. Without their guidance and indeed their blessing, we would quickly discover that research and understanding of our physical world are not nearly enough for us to survive. Great. And Scholar Zenyu, Philosopher Shidao, Philosopher Zhao, Percival, Scholar Zhou. Okay. Oh God!
As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about.
Okay, Mr. John Cleese.
Refreshments in a proper mug, or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper king's halfpenny?
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please?
Sounds good.
And leave you lot to your primitive ways? Tell them what I think of that, Squire Percival.
Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontelbottom, the magnificent bastard, will do no such thing. He means to educate you all.
I see.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud, planting weeds. You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. Can't help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit.
Right.
I've given him dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. We'll have you in proper trousers by the morrow.
Uh-huh. Sir, your arrogance is astounding. We are a cultured people.
Oh, what's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you.
Absolutely.
You have the keen eyes of an educated man. Know the ins and outs of philosophical debate, do you? Well, what about your 2s and 4s? What of them?
Mathematics?
The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit or combat. You faced a champion of king and country. Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can.
Okay.
You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you can even grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this?
You blind yourself with prejudice. I can prove you wrong.
Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance that you might impress me with a glimmer of intelligent insight.
Absolutely.
But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments.
All right. Arguments? What kind of contest are you looking for?
I've gone to great pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say. Can you convince me otherwise? I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do? I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner.
All right, Mr. Cheeseman. Very well. I'll agree to do this. Who shall judge?
Whoever you wish. These five standing here. I'm sure there will be a balance of opinion. The test must be fair.
All right.
Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready.
Okay.
Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
I heard you accept the Outlander's challenge. I'm grateful you have seen fit to defend us all.
Absolutely.
I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. Several of my fellow scholars have also volunteered.
Very good. I trust you'll judge fairly?
To do otherwise would only help the Outlander win in the long run. If he wants a true debate, we will allow it to progress fairly.
Sounds good.
Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects. Not here in the heart of the Jade Empire.
But of course. What kind of arguments do you favor?
I am ill-equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars, am adept at exploiting the weaknesses of others.
I see.
Scholars Heng and Zhao are easily swayed with simple facts. Cite such details and they are certain to change their opinion either for or against.
What strategy should I take?
The best course is to appeal to the individual preferences of the judges. We are theoretical thinkers, really. It is not so much the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. Each judge will respond only to argument styles they favor.
I see.
If a judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back, just to further debate. Other arguments may not interest him at all.
What kind of arguments do you favor?
I am ill-equipped to see my scholars.
Okay, I'm ready. I'll get ready for the debate. Goodbye.
I wish you luck. I look forward to your defense of the Empire.
Thank you.
Oh, this is exciting. I've never been asked to jury a debate before, and now I'm the third of your 5 judges. My name is Scholar Zhao.
Hello, Zhao. What kind of arguments do you favor?
I haven't given it much thought. I pictured myself as balanced, but some of the others are very specific in their tastes.
I see.
Actually, you can sway scholars Kai and Gu by mocking your opponent. I don't care for it, but they seem to respond quite vigorously.
All right, good to know. Do you share the minister's dislike of the
He
Outlander?
is coarser than the thinkers I am used to, but on the whole, I am not as upset by him as others appear to be.
Well, that's good.
He seems bent on disruptive behavior. He should be encouraged to take that elsewhere.
Absolutely. Well, I should get ready. Goodbye.
Good luck. This should be an interesting debate.
Absolutely. Come on, Scholar Heng.
Greetings to you. I am Scholar Heng, and I will be serving as the second of 5 judges for the debate. I look forward to honorable discourse.
Thank you. What kind of arguments do you favor?
I'm sure the others agree that my tastes are balanced. The minister, however, is easily engaged by sympathetic pleas, as are scholars Zhao and Gu.
All right.
I find their appreciation of such fawning to be distasteful, but that is one of the arguments they prefer.
Do you like the Outlander?
I don't dislike him. I find some of his points to be worth discussing, but Sir Roderick is a bit disruptive for the garden.
Yes.
He may bring attention that we do not want. It would be best to peacefully encourage him to be on his way.
Mm-hmm. I should get ready.
Good luck against the Outlander. He is a tenacious speaker.
Absolutely. Scholar Kai?
I greet you. My name is Scholar Kai, and I will be the fourth of 5 judges for the debate. I suggest you don't mess it up.
Thank you. What arguments do you favor?
I am always impartial, but some of my fellows are easy to goad into decisions if you know their tastes. The minister is particularly fond of confrontational arguments. Respond in a rage and you are sure to engage him.
I see. You share the minister's disdain of the Outlander?
He is an insult to our accomplishments as a people. If you fail in the debate, at least take him to task physically.
Absolutely.
I don't care where he came from. Anything to get him on his way.
Yes. Well, I'll get ready.
The Outlander uses flawed logic. Don't allow him to taint this form of culture and intellect.
Absolutely. Huh. I notice there's a bunch of floating rocks on chains. Interesting.
So you are the one who will debate the Outlander. I am the 5th of your 5 judges.
I see. What arguments do you favor?
Are you implying that I am predisposed to be weak in certain areas? I can't accept that. Some of my fellows, however, are another story.
Of course.
Scholars Zhao and Kai are easy to predict. Dismissing a weak argument gets their attention immediately and will spur them one way or another.
I see. The Outlander has very few supporters.
He doesn't seem that interested in gathering any. He's clearly used to imposing his opinion regardless of the recipient's desire to have it.
Mm-hmm.
His points are debatable, but his presentation is not compatible with the garden.
Right. Well, I should get ready. Goodbye.
Yes, make certain you are ready. The Outlander will be a challenging opponent.
Well, that would be the 5 judges. And let's save here. And let's talk to Percival before this all happens.
The planting season was almost over, so I figured I might as well travel with him. It has been interesting.
That it seems to be. Alright, Sir Roderick.
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you?
I suppose not. I will abide by whatever requirement you set.
Good. Don't want to set you off your game, but I thought we should ensure that the process was more entertaining than a simple checklist of virtue.
Right.
It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer. The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner.
Right.
By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed?
I shall endeavor to enlighten you.
I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior. Well, what shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy.
Right.
What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal?
Please understand that true value transcends currency.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet.
Mm-hmm.
I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters.
Yes.
How could you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you.
Your attempt is failing. How does this strengthen your argument?
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet.
Of course.
Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here.
Well, at close range, the advantage you claim have disappeared. The advantage you claim to have disappears. Okay, that's what that is. Okay.
What? My monocle must be fond. I can't see anyone in my favor.
Yes.
It appears they've reached a consensus against you, Sir Roderick.
That they have.
Clearly these people are incapable of fairly comparing one of their own to an outsider. This is a farce.
Okay. You decided the rules. We have acted fairly.
Then perhaps it was my mistake to think you would be open to anything other than your own backwards ideals. Pah!
Possibly.
I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debates, but true honor is decided on the dueling field.
Of course. If that is your wish, I shall meet you in combat.
The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it.
Right.
Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight.
Of course.
Frankly, I don't know what you people are capable of.
I'm ready now. Let us begin.
What? Good. Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows.
Mm-hmm.
I envy you. You're about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world.
Thank you.
There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
Of course. Whew. Move fast. He does not give you time.
That was a fine display of skill.
Thank you.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick, within the rules you specified.
Yep.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humours are in disarray, I tell you. I suppose I should have seen it coming. Your win in the debate was a sure sign. I do believe I have underestimated the lot of you.
That you have.
Regardless, you have beaten me. That's a point of honor I cannot deny.
Good. It was not your day.
Well, there's no other thing for it. Intended or not, you've earned a reward from me. The unsuccessful combatant in a duel must arrange a worthy gift for the victor.
Thank you.
I wouldn't be much of an ambassador for my country if I didn't abide by its customs. The Duchess of Almsbottom's rules of engagement are quite clear on this matter.
I see. So there's a whole bunch of different things. That'll give you a gem that increases +6 to all your compensation skills. Very useful. This gives a +3 to spirit, a +3 to mind, and a +3 to body. But we know what we want. I prefer something useful. Your weapon, for example.
Mirabelle is yours. Treat her well. She's a finicky lady.
Thank you.
Right, first of all, off my traveling trousers. We will darken this garden no more.
Style gained. Mirabelle. And that's why we didn't spend any money on anything. Let's see here. I can use one of two. It's already pretty strong, but yeah, I'm just gonna get those points anyway. So, yeah. Save changes. Okay. And number 5 is definitely going to go to Mirabelle. Might even go into some of my standard fighting. In fact, I think for now, it will... it'll swap with Dire Flame for now. If I know I'm going to a place that has all Ghost or something, I'll switch it back. But for now, looks like we dealt with the outsider. And when we come back, more of the Imperial City. Have a good one, folks. Spam, 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 spam.